All right, second quarter. Taking a look at the Wisconsin defense against Illinois. Again, like with the last video, I just want to point out I'm not focusing at all on scheme or anything like that. I'm just focusing on fundamentals and how the defense reacts on these plays. I'm not in their meetings, so I'm not going to try to call anything about scheme or anything like that, which I want to make clear here. Um, I'm a football fan. I, of course, watch these full games, but this is the first time I am breaking down the defense in this kind of manner. So, with the quality of the video here, I'm gonna get guys' names wrong here and there. I'm gonna get not know who's in which positions because when I can't see their numbers, I can't tell who's there because I'm not watching the defense as closely. Again, when I'm watching defense, it's what I do as an offensive coordinator. I'm not paying attention to the number of the guy on defense. I'm paying attention to the defender, what position he plays, and where he's going. I don't care who he is. So you preface that for what's going to be coming after this. Okay. So you can't come after me if I get a guy's name wrong here and there. All right. So second quarter. Okay, so we get a shift. We're in a 3-4 personnel. Illinois is in 20 personnel. Come out there. Okay, gets in there pretty good. I think what they're trying to do here. Yeah, so they're running. Let's see. Little semi-roll. Okay, he does a good job getting around this running back. Running back position-wise needs to be better, obviously. But positioning-wise, when gets here, when he gets the squeeze, he stays square. So then when the running back comes at him at an angle, all he has to do is accelerate upfield. If he just takes off at an angle because he's given the angle, he's going to run straight into the running back, which is what the offense is trying to get him to do here. But that's actually a really good position. Okay, 2nd and 10. Expand the formation a little bit. Okay, dropping 7 in the coverage. Okay, we force him to step up. Okay, let's look at the pass pro. Okay, so we're showing inside pressure where we're dropping out. Okay, good movement up front. Okay, pressing in. And then we get a little bit of a late loop down here. I don't know if that's by design or if that's by just reacting to how they're blocking. But that little bit of cross movement there, at the bottom of the screen or right here between gets, you force Altmaier to step up, which is good. We need to get him to be moving like that. Okay, moving on. Okay, bring in motion. Jet sweep. Okay. So again, with jet sweep, you've got to try to not see a play like this with motion for what it starts as. You need to see it where it finishes. So we get we get the movement here, but we've got to be thinking from this point on. We're thinking they are just in a 2-back set with 2 tight ends, and they're running an outside zone or sweep. Okay, so the back half guys are going to worry about what this motion becomes in the passing game, but the box guys shouldn't matter because what ends up happening is, if you think of it the more what it actually is, you end up overreacting. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so we get counter flow action. Okay, so this is an essential, almost like a naked play. Okay, and what the offensive linemen here are doing are allowing their front level defenders, the offensive line, the defensive line, and the two outside linebackers to step uphill or to get around their outside shoulder to the backside. That's the run block design. And then they're going to get a lead and they're going to get a lead. Okay, fair enough. But when we get bad fits and bad reads from the guys here, based on because we're overthinking the movement, that's where we get in trouble. Okay? So we're already taking off downhill here because we see this. Okay? First mistake, maybe. Again, if I am these guys here, I see Hunter right here. I see down block right here. Boom, I am inserting right here. Coming down the hash, I become the force player. Okay? That's number one. Okay? I get down block here in front of me from Cheney. I'm going downhill off the butt of my guard. Or my D tackle because he's going with the guard. Or tackle, excuse me. When he gets to down, so I'm going to squeeze down. I'm going to fill. That gap is being filled because my outside linebacker is there. So I bump to the next gap. If Hunter's not there, I'm there. I become the force player. If Hunter is there, I flow over the top and I become a fill player. So we're causing the spill. We've got a force, and then we've got fill. Okay. Then my safety up here, I'm coming downhill and reading what I call the apex of the defense. And the apex is caused by the force player. So whoever of these two becomes the force player, I read off of him and I fill what he doesn't. Okay, so if we get contained here, we force him to cut back, I'm filling inside. If he gets caught inside, then I become the new force player and I get to the line of scrimmage. Okay, and the backside inside linebacker in my thought should be flowing over the top. Again, they get caught in a key breaking maybe system here where they read flow more. I don't know. Maybe my system is different. But that's what I'm expecting, at least from these three. Okay, so let's see how they react. Okay, Hunter's backpedaling. That's your first problem. That's your first mistake. So now there is no force. Okay, now front half. I mean, we force a bad play here because that's a really nice move right there. Nice little swim on the down. Swim, stay tight. I like that. Okay, so this could be blown up right here. But because we've got a key breaker here, there's nobody up the middle. Safety, we got to be able to fill. Okay, so we stretch it. Okay, Muma realizes late. He comes back. We're closing. Where's my safety? Safety overflowed it. Track with the football. Don't get wider than a football because, again, you're filling off the apex. The apex is there. Apex is right here. So we should be looking cutback. But we overflow it. All of that for a 5-yard gain. Okay, next play. Okay, again, let's look at run fit. I'd like to see Cheney get more. Sorry, Muma, I keep doing that. Oh, I'm going to get so much crap in the comments for this. I'm sorry. Muma, too square, too flat. He needs to be coming downhill more. Okay? Hunter does a great job inserting. But he should be the second guy to the ball, not the first. Okay? 3rd and 1. Under center. Okay? Window dressing. There's nothing you can really do on a play like this. That's why this is a killer 2-point conversion play. You're going to fall forward for a yard. They attack it well. I think we do a good job stoning it here. We do a good job with Petrowski coming down the line. Okay, inside backers, we triangulate it well. He's going to fall forward for 2 yards. It's a great job. Okay, 1st and 10. Okay, motioning down. Again, we get that little pin and pull action. Okay, I mean, this is almost wing T. I mean, it is. This is wing T buck sweep. This is, I mean, literally, this is bringing me back to high school. Wing left, belly right, or wing right, belly right. Wing right, sweep right. I just cannot talk today. But I'm keeping it in because I'm lazy. Okay, so now that we're reading pulls, again, for inside backers, this should be, I don't want to say easy, but it's not hard keys. Okay, so place our guard pulls out. As an inside backer, I want to meet him. My guard pulls as a backside backer. I want to come downhill on an angle to get to the point where he's going. So pull out, come down, pull out, work across. Okay, so we should be able to get a seal and a cutback and a fill from the cutback right there by those two. Okay. Dollar force guy, container guy here, down block, squeeze. And since he's going to get there first, he needs to wrong arm this, which he does not do. Again, you're expecting a defensive back to wrong arm a guard, but it is what it is. This is Illinois knowing what Wisconsin's going to do defensively and getting in position there. So that's the first problem we have there. We get a good down block here, which is going to take out our front side backer. And then our backside backer is going to be a little bit too downhill, and he takes himself inside when he should be working more over the top. Now, again, because we get a good down block by this motion, it really seals it and makes it difficult for the backside inside backer flow on the correct angle. And it sets up perfect. I mean, Tubby Raymond would be proud of that. Any of you out there know who Tubby Raymond is without going to Google, you win a prize. And the prize is my respect. All right. And we get, here, great angle here where we can see it from the beginning. Okay. So we've got down, 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 pull, kick, pull, lead. So we should have squeeze, squeeze, fill, flow, and hit. And then we've got come downhill right there. And I'm sorry, that's not Hunter. That is Preston. Again, 24 and 14 are hard to see. I'm going to have to go through and put a disclaimer at the beginning of this. So not much we can do there. All right. Next. Okay, and 3-4 personnel, essentially running the same play. I mean, this is literally the same play. And that's false start by the left guard. They didn't call it. That's annoying. Okay, so we just talked about the fit. Let's see if we do it right. Play side inside, shoots inside. Okay, forces a cut. But again, I'd like to see him meet that instead of trying to cut inside because it messes up the flow back here. Now, filling of the down block, okay? Movement does okay. You know, you work across, you get a down block coming at your face, you work across it, but you've got to hit it harder. So there's no bubble back when you make contact, and that creates the cutback. Okay, that's actually not a bad, cutback tackle by Alexander Smith. Usually you put corners at corner because if they could tackle, they'd be safeties. But this is actually a pretty good tackle. Okay, they set this up pretty good. I like Chaney's aggressiveness, but he's just flying too fast. He needs to be a little more under control. I think he sees what he sees, and he wants to be able to fit. But if he's under a little more control, I think he can bounce it. All right, second and 4. Okay, motion. Okay. Again, split flow inside zone. Or split flow GT. It doesn't change. Okay, so here we get in a position where our outside linebacker attacks downhill. He's attacking mesh because I think if that's going to be his key. Okay, fine and dandy. We need a scrape exchange player to be able to come over the top, and that needs to be here or it needs to be here. But where we are aligned defensively, it needs to be here. So when we get the pull and the squeeze here, instead of slowly scraping over the top and trying to hit it, we need to hit it right here. And we do not get that. And that's where Altmaier takes off. There's nobody there. The guy who should be there is right there because he's shuffling. And even though we got a motion, Hunter's coming across with the motion, and that's fine. He's going with his pass responsibility because they're rotating. But the down safety needs to be the one in charge of the run fit. Okay, we're going to see it again here from the backside. That should be Preston Zachman right there. Should be filling that gap. Okay, 1st and 10. Okay, good pressure here. How do we get the pressure? Get a blitz. Get a nice little swim move there by, is that Rodas? Think so? Okay, we'll take that. Okay, these are good scrambles. There's nowhere for him to go. Okay, that's forcing him to take an unnecessary hit. Okay, same side, GH lead here. Okay, cut back. Okay, so we're in a cross blitz here. So again, we take reads out of the equation here. So essentially, if we don't get him with the blitz motion, then we have to get our third level defenders here to fill it. And Hunter does, but he's really wide. So it is what it is. If we don't get him with the blitz, we have to get him with the third level, which we don't. Okay, 3rd and 1. Motion. Okay, split flow. There we go. We're set. Now this play, they just sold out for that run. Okay. Again, I'd like to see Muma be a little bit more under control. Don't leave your feet. Okay, 4th and 2. Okay. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. So again, when we look at this, we need to read out here. And by the defensive lineman alignment, okay, we got a 3 tech here, we got a nose, we got a 3 tech. There is no B gap for the outside backer here to squeeze to. So when he gets action away, he should not run over the top because we have help over the top. He should square up to the line of scrimmage, squeeze, and if anything comes his way, he goes vertical. Okay? He squeezes too far in, and he ends up on the quarterback's inside shoulder. Okay? Which is probably part one of the bad on this. Now, the play action, I can give him a pass. Okay? I teach my guys, do your best to keep the shoulder that you have on the ball carrier. So in this particular case, right here, okay, we have identified that Altmaier still has the ball. Okay? Daryl Peterson in this position has his outside shoulder. He should track his outside shoulder the entire way. Okay? Now he gets caught with his feet, and he's in a position where now he has his inside shoulder. Okay? Not ideal, but we can work with it. How are we going to work with it? We just press that outside shoulder, because when we press the outside shoulder, Altmaier has 2 choices: to keep running wide or to cut back into a linebacker. Those are his 2 choices and the only 2 choices he has. Okay, obviously he's going to be working to try to throw the ball here. Okay, they're trying to run a little bit of a pick, but that's not his responsibility. He now has inside shoulder. He runs to that inside shoulder, and what ends up happening is he works too laterally instead of pushing upfield at that inside shoulder, that he outruns it. And he allows Altmaier to stick his outside foot in the ground, essentially putting on the brakes, and he's going to fly right by. He's pulling the Cobra maneuver from Top Gun. And boom, gone. Altmaier is a good enough athlete to turn the corner there. Control the shoulder you have. Don't overdo it. All right, 1st and goal. Okay, heavy personnel, split flow. We get a false start. Can we use it? Some cases with offense, I don't like necessarily being right on the goal line, but appears to work for them. All right, so split flow. Okay, going pistol this time to get a little bit more downhill action to try to get them to commit more inside. Okay, now we get caught here because Getz has to pick up the outs, because it's man, he has to pick up this tight end coming across. So he is no longer the flat defender. Who is the flat defender? Muma, who is now turned around looking at this tight end for some reason. I don't know why. I can't. He wouldn't be covering him, I don't think, because he's a cornerback's responsibility. So this is clearly a breakdown in coverage, which leads to a wide open gap. When I honestly think if Muma was paying attention, he would eat up Altmaier right there, probably for a loss. Okay, 2nd and goal. Okay, split flow again. Come out of it with the play action. And this time they caught him. See, they had to make an adjustment. Okay, and they just run mesh. And that's a great pick. And Alexander Smith, he's okay. He just commits too far inside. Depth is fine. Reaction is fine. He just carries it too far in. He should not. I mean, you see here, right about there, he's basically on top or right behind Hunter. Maybe a little bit outside of him, but they're on the same level. Can't have that. Okay, coming up here to the end of the second quarter. I think we're just going to run the clock out here. All right, so 3-4 personnel. Not bad. Fit, squeeze. Okay, great job by the defensive line, outside linebackers on this. Inside backers, too passive. Like, cutback is there. If they run this in the sidecar alignment, I think he sees that cutback. Because, again, we're playing a little bit too passively as inside backers here. But it is what it is. All right. Second down. Split flow. Okay. Defensive line playing pretty good here. Being big. Okay. Nice job slipping the down block. Zone block. Not bad. Okay. 3rd and 9. Okay. Jet sweep. Trying to catch them. Being a little aggressive. This is a great job of stringing it out. Okay. You know, Peterson's in a pretty good fight here with this tight end, but he doesn't lose ground. Okay. Rodas beats his guy. Okay. Chaney flows really well. Hits the guy in the right spot. Yes, that's really good. Okay. Muma. Again, I'm not sure what they're taught. I would teach him to come down more hill than that instead of working over the top. But they do a great job stringing this out. Really good job. Okay. So that is the end of the second quarter. Wisconsin is now down 14-7. And we're coming into the second half after this. Again, going to break these defensive videos down a little bit shorter, go quarter by quarter. And coming back here with the second half in the third quarter of Wisconsin versus Illinois. We'll see you in the next video.